I'm like Mello when I shoot, I don't miss. Yeah, they better check my stats, call me Chris. Yeah, I ain't fly, but I'm known to whip that trick. Yeah, real quick, dog, let me talk my ish. 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 Yeah, I'm feeling unleashed, call me Gresh.
Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, non-binary pals, baby mamas, baby daddies, and everybody in between. You know the whole deal. It is your boy, Joshua Gresham, aka Gresh, representing the Gresh Unleashed podcast as well as the Public Enemies podcast. And I am here with, I should say, an incredible person that I've had the pleasure of watching his career grow. I call him a Vin Man, but what's up with you, Vinny? Welcome to the show, my brother.
Thank you for having me. I'm doing great. Love the name Vin Man. I think it should stick a little more. I love it, and things are going
Vin
well, my
Man.
friend. Vin Man.
Had to do it because it's funny how I met you basically through energy drinks on
Really?
social media because I think I followed you because one thing I tried to do is like I think either I don't know who I saw a clip of you on YouTube when I was scrolling. I said Vin, I was like who this, and I followed you on and I saw the same clip make its way to Twitter.
Which
And I was
one?
like, you was in a match. I forgot who your opponent was. Like it was just I think you had no, it wasn't a match. It was a Zack Ryder clip or Matt Cardona. I'm sorry. Where it's like it made its way to YouTube when you was like promoting something. Didn't you do something with Matt Cardona or did I get it mixed up?
Now with Matt. I don't think I did one with him yet.
It wasn't Matt, or was it?
No.
Was it Kurt? What is it? Kurt Hawkins. It was one of them. I could have sworn it was. It could have been. It could have been that, or I don't know. It's like it's been. How long have we been following each other? I should say that.
A while.
My
Has it
memory is
been-
shot. That's probably why.
Was it the drink stuff? Was it like one of those drink
It was
skits?
one of the drinking ones. I forgot who it was. That's what I'm saying. That's how long we've been following each other. That's what cracks me up.
Gangrel? There's been so many of them.
What year was that? The Gangrel one.
Actually, I tell you what, Gangrel was the first energy drink skit that I've done.
What year was that? That was 2020.
No. This character started. Wow. Oh my gosh. You see, it's crazy how just time screws with us, right?
Yes. The pandemic messed us up all together.
22.
22. It was. So that means I've been following you a little bit before then because it was I followed you because of a match. I think it was either Ruthless Lala or someone showed me a clip of you taking.
I
a
love
bump.
her.
So that's what I'm saying.
her.
I think she showed me a clip of you taking a bump, and whenever she tells me to follow someone, I just hit the follow. I don't even ask questions. And then when I saw you do the
She is the
energy
best.
drink, that's what my brain. See, excuse my brain. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, excuse my brain. My brain is all over the place. It'd be like that sometimes. But yeah, that's where it was. I followed you first, then I came across you with the energy drink with Gangrel, and I was like, I love this dude. And then we just
Thank you.
and then we just stuck around ever since. And every time you send me a new clip, and I'll be like, why is this man so funny? Because I don't laugh with everybody.
For so many years, people told me, Vinny, like before I had a character, like when I first started out, like they're like, dude, you really just need to be yourself. You have to find, like I'm very energetic, as you can see, like
Yeah.
without even drinking a drink. And it's like you have to use what you have and just like dive into it with anything, any career you're in. I believe you are given a like you have personality, you have a charisma, you have a look, you have whatever you have, and everyone's unique. I don't care who you are, every single person is unique. They have something special to offer this world. And I felt like, okay, I have a really funny character. Or just a personality. Why don't I use it? And I've gotten to do some amazing things in my career before this character has surfaced. But once this character really came to fruition, I've seen things that I've never even expected to happen in my career. Like I got to deal with Bang Energy, I had to deal with G Fuel Energy. I've gotten these amazing viral promos that I've done with other talent, in-ring stuff, and it's just really, really cool to see how my personality and something that was a part of me. I always drank energy drinks, you know what I mean? But if I once I utilized that part of me in wrestling, everything changed for me. And like I said, I've I've learned from some amazing people in wrestling, people who have some of the greatest minds in pro wrestling and in ring as well. And I'm lucky to have the foundation of being a technically sound wrestler. I love my moveset. I always try to expand it, but like to be able to use my promo ability and learn how to just use parts of my personality from my everyday life into wrestling, just everything changed. And that's why I tell people, like, if they ask me for advice or whatever it may be, I say, find what's special about you and use it. Because I don't care what you say. Everybody has something special with themselves. Everyone's special in their own way, right? And I think wrestling needs to see more genuine, you know, personality. Like, who, for example, someone who has a great personality in wrestling. There's so many of them. I can't even think off the top of my head. But there's so many people in wrestling who have this amazing personalities. There's so many of them to name, right? But once they bring that into their wrestling, I feel like it just changes everything. You can be a good wrestler, but if you have good charisma and good personality and a good, like, um you have to be all around. Like, I think in wrestling, whatever you're doing, you have to be all around your best. So in my opinion, that's how things happen for me. Sorry, I'm rambling, but
No, you're
that's
good. No, you're good.
yeah,
I'm learning myself because it's like I love it when wrestlers are, because that lets me know that you're passionate about it. So it's
I
like,
love
'cause
it.
some people, they just use it as a job, or it's like it's just like, oh, it's just something to do. But when you're actually passionate about it, you ramble. The reason why I say that, because when I first started with content, I used to ramble a lot until I actually
Mm,
found a structure and I stick with it. But sometimes I do, when I'm chilling, I'll be rambling, and then sometimes I'll start a point here, and then sometimes I ramble so much I'll be like, oh yeah, let me talk about this point too. But then I
hmm.
still ain't finished the point to the to
Exactly.
point A. It happens to the best of us, and I love it. But as far as you mentioned wrestling, like, for people who don't know,
Mhm.
when did you start, and what drove you to be like, you know what, screw it, this is what I want to do?
Love this question. Okay, so I was playing football. I was a quarterback for many years. My father was a quarterback as well, kind of trying to follow in his footsteps. And eventually, I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I'm a big fan of wrestling. I've SmackDown versus Raw 2007. That's what got me into it, right? I was like 8
That's
years
my
old at the
game.
time. Yeah. And I was like, this is the best thing. This is the coolest thing. I didn't know. I never seen it before other than that. So I became a fan from that video game. And been a fan for many years, playing football still. Eventually, I'm like, yo, is there a way I could do this? Like, I want to try this. Like,
Hmm.
I went to a meet and greet in the city with Daniel Bryan. It was Daniel Bryan, Rob Van Dam, uh, AJ Lee, and Caitlyn, right? And I had the ticket to meet Daniel Bryan, Brian Danielson, and I asked his insight. I was like 13 at the time. I said, I want to do this. This is what I want to do. I said, I love wrestling. I have a passion for wrestling, and I just want to, see like what your insight would be. And he was, go for it. Take whatever you can and go for it, because you know, at the end of the day, if you have a dream, something you want to do in life, you don't want to, like, you have one shot at life, right? And I never wanted to have regrets about anything. So he said, "Go for it, take it." He's very motivating. Do what you gotta do. Let's just try it. Take that step. Good luck. Take that step. Very encouraging. One of the best people in wrestling. And so the next year or a few months later, joined the school. Eventually, started at Ring of Honor Dojo, and that is how it started. I was quit football. I quit high school football to do this. And that was
What year was that?
2014.
Oh yeah, the peak of the yes movement.
Yes, exactly. It was freshman year of my high school, um, and the weekend before him versus Randy Orton in Hell in a Cell was when I met him. That's when it
Okay,
was.
that's what it was. Okay, so yeah,
Yep.
you was into it. So yeah, that's so you're relatively, I wouldn't say young in the business, but you're relatively pretty much, you're seasoned, but you're kind of like, I love to use food analogy.
Okay.
You have the raw chicken cutlets, like right
Mm-hmm.
when you fresh out the pack. But then you have the slow cook meal,
Mm-hmm.
where you're seasoned for a good minute. You let it marinate for a while, and then before it even becomes fall of the bone, you're well seasoned so far. Because
Thank you.
20. So what, you're on your 10th year now?
I would say ninth, 10th year. Yeah,
Close to, because once 20,
yeah,
because this year is almost over, so
yeah,
so that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, so that's pretty, honestly, that's pretty impressive, because there's some people who, like, I've known some people who would literally try it and then they would quit like within 3-4 years
yeah.
of it.
I've seen it
Because
too.
so it's like, to see that you're still going strong,
Thank you.
I commend you for that. Because there's so
Best.
many
Thank you.
people, it's so many, and it's like, and it's funny how every time when it comes to wrestling, people be assuming that I'm going to take bumps.
Maybe
No,
one day, you never know, right?
you never know. But right now, no. But as far as your wrestling career right now, as far as what has been your most fun, like,
Ooh.
time in wrestling? Like, I know there's the beginning where you're training, then you got where you got a few matches on your belt, and then now 10 years you're pretty much. What's the max number of matches that you had?
Oh my gosh. I've had a lot of matches.
I'm about to say, you're probably not that person that keeps the number.
I try. I think I'm probably around 500.
So, oh, okay. So
300.
that's a good number to go with this question. So basically, what is your favorite moment of your wrestling career thus far, between
I
the
like that
beginning, the
question.
middle, and right now?
Yeah, great question. Okay, so I think I've had a lot of fun in my training. With Ring of Honor, we did a lot of traveling, we did a lot of touring, we did a lot of, I had a lot of shows with them where like that feeling of like, oh my God, I'm about to wrestle for Ring of Honor. Like that feeling of just like being nervous and that pit in your stomach, you know what I mean? And then
Hmm.
going out there having a really good match, coming backstage and talking to Cheeseburger, Delirious, and my coaches, Will Ferrara and Red Titus, and then like it's just so cool, like them seeing me become better and watching me on the stage that they trained me. And it was just, that was very, very fun because it's just it's different. And now I would say I had a lot of fun. I've always had fun. I've always tried to enjoy what I'm doing because, at the end of the day, we're very blessed to do what we're doing, right? How many people get to go out and say, "Oh, I'm wrestling," I'm getting to travel, I'm getting flown to wrestle here, getting flown to wrestle here, and then going back home. And it's like, it's so odd to be living this dream that not many get to live. So I try to always enjoy everything. But I would say, in the midst of me finding my character, the Power Punch character, and just finding out who I really am as a talent and as a character, that's been really fun. I spent 100 hours in a week with EC3 and um, a lot of Moose, with a lot of these people who just like ingrained like this character into me. 'Cause they it's hard to see how other people perceive you, right?
Hmm.
I'm just me, right? But
Yeah.
they see me as this guy coming to the gym, drinking energy drinks, whatever, being all funny and quirky, whatever. And it's like, they're like, Vinny, what do you got to do this? Like, this is who you are. What are you doing? You know what I mean? And then once that happened, everything changed for me. The promos, my promos have skyrocketed, got a lot better. I've had more comfortable in front of a camera. So that was a very, very fun time in my career where I just learned so much, where I just got to be able to just learn about myself as a human being and as a talent. So that was very fun. And now even more fun now. Like I'm getting to travel the world. I'm going to Europe. I went to Europe last month. I'm going back in November. It's all just so amazing. And to be in the spot that I'm in, I'm truly blessed. I've worked very hard, but I gotta say, I'm lucky. I'm blessed.
Hey, man, that's all you can. That's all you can be, honestly, because it's like, one thing I appreciate, and I can see that you are a humble individual. Like, you're not. It's like, no matter how popular or how many reps you get under your belt, you're not the type to be like, I'm that guy. I'm that dude that's going to be like, you can't tell me nothing. Because one
Hmm.
thing that I've always learned as a young Thundercat in the entire world is, you're never too smart to know everything.
Yep.
Basically, where it's like, yes, you know a lot, but you're still dumb to somebody. It's
Hmm.
okay to basically step back and be like, oh, maybe I can learn something different from this way. or I can learn
Yep.
something different this way. So that from what you're telling me is like you didn't go in there and be like, yo, this is who I am, this is what I can do, this is what I bring to the table. You love me or you hate me, blah blah. You like, you know what, Moose, you know what, Ethan, you're telling me that I can go this way. So
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate you, and then you start to incorporate because one thing you probably you like, okay, I see what you're saying, but I'm going to take your idea, but I'm going to flip it a little bit to make it seem like I'm not taking everything from your pitch, and
Mm-hmm.
that's how you do it as a entertainment. And speaking of entertaining, what is your favorite match or opponent, I should say, that you've had so far,
Oh my gosh,
signed or unsigned? It doesn't matter.
that question's amazing. Gresh, you're awesome. So there's a few matches that I've had. Like when I first wrestled EC3, that's when the tide turned. Once he saw something in me and wanted to really help me grow and learn, that was when like everything changed, right?
Hmm.
And that I would say was a big like career moment for me. Um, as far as like fun matches where we just done a million cool things and fans went crazy, I would say me and Rocky Romero had a really really fun match. Rocky Romero is hands down probably one of the best wrestlers ever. He is just great, amazing guy too. Like coolest
Hmm.
guy, humble, sweetheart, love him. But our match we had, I never forget that. I'll never forget that match.
What year was that?
Um, when was it?
When was it? I don't think I've seen that one. So yeah, when was it?
May 26th, 2022.
Oh, okay. What is it on YouTube?
Pro Wrestling Magic.
Pro Wrestling
IWTV.
Magic? Oh, okay. IWTV?
I can
Bet.
find the link if you need me to find the link.
Okay.
Um,
Nah, as soon as you say his name, I already know. So we're good.
okay. Um, who else? I would say Matt Seidel, another one he is a spectacle in that ring. He's amazing.
And that was my dude growing up. You mentioned SmackDown versus Raw. I remember him being the peak of
Yep.
2011.
Yep.
Bro, he was one of those guys that I used between him and Randy Orton and what's his name? Shawn Michaels was those are my three
So
go
good.
tos, and occasionally Kofi Kingston. This was when his overall was kind of low,
Kofi's
so
amazing.
so it was kind of like I had to keep it. I had to use you. I had to sprinkle a little bit of the brother in there from time to time. But yeah, that was those three were my go to whenever people challenged me on SmackDown vs. Raw 2011. But continue. I just had to
Yep.
put that in there.
Please, I love Kofi. I think I love to see one more title run from Kofi, like a WWE title run.
Yes. But
So good.
yeah, but who you spoke of the matches that you actually love to work for. Let me work. Who is your dream opponent right now? It don't have to be like stereotypical of this big name, but like anybody that you want known. I'm gonna break it down like this. List one person that you want that is known and one person that you feel like, okay, this person needs to be
Yeah.
in the
Okay.
spotlight.
Okay. Obviously, Brian Danielson would be one that he is the reason why I'm doing this. That meet and greet gave me reason to do this. So I love to, have that moment where I'm like, you're the reason why. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
That would be everything to me. And someone who I think is amazing. Now, is this person who I want to rematch with, or someone I never wrestled before?
Either one. Either one.
Ooh, there's so many guys out there that I really, really love that I think are just amazing and they deserve more spotlight. You know,
I love scattering your brain right now.
good. So I'll tell you this: Big Morgan Shade from
Okay.
France. Okay, he's one of the top guys in France. We had an amazing, amazing match when I was there last month. Um, the sweetest dude in the oh my gosh, such a sweetheart. And again, I love people who are good. I love good people. I like to vibe with people and I like to
Hmm.
help good people. Because again, that's what this world needs: better people and just helping others. And I wrestled him. I loved it. Fun match, very good to work with. Um, you know, very talented. Um, and yeah, I would love to do it with him one more time. And one person that I never wrestled before that I think is very underrated that I want to wrestle. I will say I want to give this guy some love.
Okay.
Um, I will say, all right, no, I wrestled him before, but Brian Johnson
Brian
from
Johnson.
Ring of Honor, from Ring of Honor,
Hey, okay.
he's But
Is
keep
he
in mind,
still active in Ring of Honor? Because I try
I
my
don't
best to
know.
keep up with it.
I don't think he is. I
Okay.
think maybe he is. I'm not sure. I haven't. I don't know. But
Yeah.
he's when I was in Ring of Honor,
I'll
he was
double
there.
check. I'm about to say I'll double check. The reason why I said it because it's so much wrestling, good wrestling, trust me, but so much wrestling that you be like,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
forget sometimes. So, but yeah, definitely, yeah. Those
Brian
are the
Johnson.
people Brian Johnson. Yeah, those are the people for sure. It's like, and the reason why I did this is because I want people to, like, I want to take notes from Ruthless Lala's show. Oh shit, here we go again. That's on Mondays. I want to. She wants to spotlight independent wrestlers, and I'm like, okay, who do you want to wrestle with independently as well as signed, but independently, just to give them that spotlight, and you just did that. So I appreciate that.
Of course. Big Morgan. Don't forget him. Big Morgan. I love
Big
him.
Morgan, I got you. I wrote all this down in my brain. I'm gonna write it down when we're done, and I'm gonna talk to you again offline
Perfect.
so we can make
Whenever you
sure.
want.
Yeah, but as far as we talked about wrestling, we got the wrestling part out of the way. TV shows that kind of get you in the mood because I feel like a lot of people's characters are inspired by TV shows.
What
I don't
mood we
know about
talking?
like any type of mood. Like it doesn't matter. Like in my case, I like whenever I'm off the road because I do travel for work. Whenever I get off the road, I like to laugh. I like to like to be upbeat. And then sometimes I hate to admit this, but sometimes I like the true crime type
Okay.
TV shows. So what type of TV show that you like to kind of get into your own personal mood? Like sometimes say you fresh off of work or you fresh off the road, like what type of TV show or movie, whatever the case may be, that you like to that she'll go to
Horror.
who?
Horror. I'll say Halloween. I'll say Star Wars, of course. The Obi-Wan series. I can watch that any time of the week. Simpsons are cool. Um, Definitely horror. Chucky. Fucking underrated. Sorry.
Chucky. What about Beetlejuice?
Jason. Who else?
Beetlejuice.
I have not seen it yet.
You haven't seen the original one?
When I was like a kid, I did. And I don't remember
Me
it.
too. I gotta watch it again just to fresh up because I still haven't seen the new one, the Beetlejuice.
We
I
gotta see
still
that
haven't
one.
seen that
Yep.
one. I got to see that one.
Yep.
What are your thoughts on the Halloween movies and the way that it ended? Because I know a lot. It was polarizing the way it ended.
You know, I liked one a lot. You know, the first one with the of the newer series,
Mm-hmm.
2018. I love that one. Halloween Kills was good. I just felt I wanted a little more out of it.
Okay.
Okay, I don't know how to like. Okay, he kills Laurie's daughter, which is cool. It's like, okay, wow, this is like the story's getting deeper. Cool, cool, cool. Halloween Kills was good. I liked the little sprinkle of the Halloween 3 masks that were in there. You catch that or no?
Yeah.
You
That's
did
it.
you notice that?
Oh, yeah, I've seen all of them. That's what I'm saying. I'm just trying to get your see how
Okay,
you
good.
feel like it. Yeah, yeah, you're good. You're good.
'Cause me and my wife actually just watched Halloween 3,
Uh,
and she's like, I don't like this. And I'm like, why not? She's like, no, Michael Myers. I'm like, so? There's something different. Like, at least give one, just, I don't know. You know, I would say it's the Rogue One of Halloween, right?
right.
I'm sorry, that was bad. People are going to probably hate me for saying that. Right? Right? You see Rogue One? Star
Yes.
Wars?
Yes.
Yeah,
I've seen Rogue One. Yeah. I was Rogue One. I, it was one of those movies where I watched it once and was like, I couldn't. It was cool, but I won't watch it again.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's Halloween 3, I would say, but it's still cool.
Yeah.
But Halloween Ends, the last one.
The last one.
I don't know, man. Listen, I liked it. I liked it a lot. I just the kid threw me off. Right?
That the kid should have been a spinoff.
Yes.
Not
If they're going that route.
yeah, not the full villain of the entire movie. Like, bro, you got your mask taken off, and then he took control of the kills, and it's like,
And push him on the floor.
yeah, it's
He might
like
handle the guy.
you just sitting there watching the movie because I didn't watch it. I watched it on Twitch when it like a few months after it came out. I was literally watching it, reacting to it, and I'm just sitting there like, there's no way this is how they're gonna end this movie. Like as
Yep,
far as
that's what I'm
like
saying too.
the
Same
way it
thing.
is. And then when he finally got his mask back, I'm like, oh, okay. You got your mask back 5 minutes before the movie ends. So we spent an hour and 20 something minutes with this kid that no one gives a crap about. And then we come to you and you still die. And I'm like,
Yeah, it could have been different.
so that's how we gonna end? It's like,
I would say like, okay, how about you just maybe have the kids sprinkle in there. Yeah, somehow you have.
it's
I
like a
wanted a little more.
protege.
Yeah, you kill Michael, and then the kid avenges Michael,
Yeah.
right? And then you
But
have Lloyd's granddaughter take over the next movie.
yeah, but you had this kid pretty much punk out Michael, take his mask, take over pretty much the kill count, and then Michael like, oh, you can't do this to me, and
Yeah,
then
yeah,
going to get his mask back, and then I'm like, and then he still get defeated in the end, and I'm like, this was a
yeah. I
waste
don't
of my
know.
time.
I don't know why they did that. I don't know why. I don't know what route they were going with this. It just felt weird. It felt like, okay, this is good. This is interesting. I was waiting. I was sitting. I'm like, I'm watching the movie, and I'm waiting for that scene that makes me go, "Oh, this is good." You know what I
hmm
mean?
I
And it
I
didn't
did not
come.
get it. It did not come the entire. That movie was like like nearly 3 hours.
Yeah, it was long.
No, neither one, none seen. The editing, I give them credit. The editing
Hmm.
was decent to good, but the script, whoever wrote that script, should never write a script again because
Yeah, I
that
agree.
was not a good movie. The way that they ended it, I'm like,
I
this is how
agree.
you're going to end. This is how you're going to end the movie. Oh, this is how you're going to end. Okay, I feel like my time needs to come back to me
Yeah,
because
you're really doing this? Like, you know,
and that was one of the movies I watched one time because I was so done and over it. I was like, I will never subject myself to watch this again, and I
now
never
let me ask you
did.
this:
To this
Terrifier,
day, you said who?
Terrifier.
Yeah,
You like that movie?
yes, I liked it.
Okay,
Yes,
good.
yes,
The
yes.
the three of them. Third one coming out soon.
I got to rewatch it again because one thing about me when it's more than one or more than two, I watch the first two just to get me in that mood, and then I watch the third
Terrifier is
one.
good.
Yes.
Terrifier is the next big villain. It's Art the Clown. I love clown shit. I love those clown movies.
What about it? Do you like it? Did you
I
like?
loved it, but there were two of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
I watched them both. When did they come out?
One came out a couple like when I was like a teenager, and then another one came out like I think 2-3 years ago. I think it. Let me double check.
'Cause
Yeah,
there was
one came out in 2007. No, not 2007. 2017. I'm sorry.
yes.
And then the sequel came out. Let's see. Oh, they have a sequel and a prequel that's coming soon. The
Wait, what?
sequel, yeah, it's a sequel that's coming that came out chapter 2 that came out in
Yes.
2019.
Okay.
Then but they got a prequel coming. It's a prequel series. Title is It Welcome to Derry that's going to be on HBO Max next year.
Really
Yeah.
interesting. Good to know. I liked it. I liked it a lot. I liked the original one. It was cool, and then the new one was cool. But that new one doesn't sound interesting for next year.
Yeah, it's more of a series though. So it's going to be like a
Ooh,
yeah, it's going to be a series, a prequel series. So basically it's going to take you back to the beginning to
that's
tell
cool.
you. And it's going to have Bill reprising his role from as It Pennywise.
Okay,
I can't
very
pronounce his
cool.
last name. Bill Skarsgård.
Yep,
Skarsgård.
yep.
Yeah.
That's who it
Okay.
is.
Yeah, because I suck at last names, so I'll be like, yeah. But yeah, man, horror movies is pretty much my go-to, especially around this time of year. Like I'm trying to determine who I'm gonna dress up as this year too. So
Yes.
I'm torn between Jason or I don't know who else I want to dress up as. I was thinking Jason, but I'm thinking about probably either Jason or Michael. But the way they ended Michael, I kind of don't want to dress up as him. I got that's
Mm,
he's a loser now.
he is definitely. They ruined that shit for me.
So it's
Jason's
either
cool.
Jason or my what you call it Freddie.
Ooh, Freddy's cool too, though.
So it's like
I like Freddy
I
a
was like,
lot.
who you and the wife trying to dress up as this year?
So, what did we do? last year we did. So when I first met her, 2019, she was a unicorn, and I just wore a clown T-shirt. Um, 2020, we had matching. Do you know Nightmare Before Christmas?
Hmm.
We had like matching hoodies that like we hold hands. Like she's the what are their names?
Let me let me verify because I Nightmare Before Christmas. Oh, were
Jack
you
Skellington,
Jack Skellington and Shock Shelly?
Sally.
Sally, sorry, I said Shelly. Sally. Yeah.
We were way off. No, so she had so their hand their one's holding the other person's hand.
Hmm.
If I'm next to her, like yeah, I
Yeah.
know. My wife's telling me.
Yeah.
She it's
Appreciate you.
she has the hand. Like it's so pretty much like we have Sally holding her hand out and Jack holding the hands out, and if I'm next to her, we're holding hands underneath.
Gotcha. Oh, that's dope. Actually,
21.
I need to get a significant other to do that.
Yeah, right. It's like 21. I don't even know what was 21. Don't tell me. 21. What was that? What was I? 21.
Tell him.
What were we? I forgot. Oh, the 21. That's 22. That debuted for MLW that weekend. 21. We got engaged that year. I don't think we dressed up that year, did we? 2022. I was her. She was me.
Yeah. Oh, y'all swapped. Ah,
Yes. I
that
put
is
a wig
creative as
on.
hell.
I put her like leggings on. She and I wore her t-shirt, and she put on my gear,
I
my
think I saw
boots.
that. I think I saw
You
that
did?
post. I think I
Yeah,
saw
yeah,
that
yeah.
post.
22, 23. What we do last year? I'm fried.
This brother
Wow.
was jacked. He was jacked in
Yeah,
stockings.
right. 23. What were we? I'm losing my memory. I think I don't even know. Wow. 23 was last year. Oh, we didn't dress up. I don't think before our wedding. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, okay. We did the photo shoot for our we did a photo shoot. So I was me, she was her, but we had Michael Myers stab us.
Ah, yeah, I think yeah, I definitely saw that. I think I liked it. Was it on?
Definitely
You
did.
posted on Instagram, didn't you?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
posted that everywhere. I was the
yeah,
best.
yeah,
But yeah,
yeah,
we
yeah.
had some fun times where one year I remember I was way back when I was dating Ryan one year with the fake beard, right, and the wristbands. I was John Cena one year. I've done it all.
Hey
But this year
man,
I don't know. This year I don't know. This year might be maybe like a good old zombie something.
yeah. I feel like as I transition pretty much my life, I try to dress up as more, but I feel like I'm having more fun when I finally decide to settle down and have kids.
Hmm.
Those are gonna be the
It's
more
more
the
fun that
more
way.
the more fun times because I try to get involved with my nieces and nephews, but sometimes I can't. I'm always not available. So it's like when I have kids of my own, I'll be like, all right, let's
Now we do it. Yeah,
let's do something.
I have my nephews and nieces, and we do everything every year. But they have the other uncle. Then they have the other cool aunt and uncle. Then I'm not so cool anymore. You know.
But last thing before we get up out of here, you just recently returned from Europe.
Yes,
How
I
was
did.
that? How was that?
So in terms of wrestling, amazing, phenomenal. Like I have no complaints whatsoever. I think the European wrestling scene is alive and well, and even better than many think it is. Right? I mean, I know
Hmm.
it's. I think everyone loves European wrestling,
Hmm.
but if they really knew how amazing European wrestling is, so underrated in my opinion. I love it. Finland, the wrestling scene in Finland is phenomenal. I would tell you, like, I didn't even know there was Finnish wrestling, and it was great. It was great, crowds amazing. I wrestled during the Helsinki Metal Festival,
I have never
like
heard of that.
7,000. Yeah.
That
So
sounds
Helsinki,
interesting.
the Metal Festival is like a yearly, like a famous, all the big metal bands play. It's like a
Hmm.
stadium. It was huge. Like 7,000 fans were there. It was incredible.
Wow.
And then went to England. Had a blast in England. I've been to England before. I loved it. But yeah, Finland was great because it was just like a different type of wrestling, different, very TV based, right? They wanted
Mm-hmm.
very TV style wrestling. Then in England was more of just like the British style wrestling, which I love the British style wrestling. And then France was just so. I would say the most underrated part of European wrestling is France. So good. I've never seen. I'm sitting there watching this talent, and I'm like, this talent needs to be in America. These people are so good,
Oh,
so
okay.
good. But now I'll
What
tell you what,
what was I about to say? What was your favorite moment?
wrestling
That
wise or just travel wise.
uh both wrestling wise first, and then travel wise.
So my wife came with me because I'm gone for a month. Have her
Yeah,
come. Why not, right? Because
why
I'm
not?
gone for a month. I'm gonna miss her at some point. So it's like it was special getting to share the moments with her.
Mm-hmm.
Very special getting to share that with her because it's just like you're seeing me live my dream in different countries now. Like she supported me since not day one, but like she supported me since I was in Ring of Honor. Like I met her around that time, and then 2019, and to now it's like it's so special to see for her to see my growth, and all these other places and just like being appreciated by these amazing other crowds all over the world is such a cool moment for me and feels good for me. And we really enjoyed like the sites. Helsinki has amazing, Finland has amazing churches.
Mm-hmm.
Helsinki has the amazing city, music, museums, everything's so beautiful. England, we were in London, House of Parliament, so cool. Big Ben was so cool. We got to do so much really cool, like, sightseeing, and the Tower of London. Oh my gosh, the Tower of London. You have to go inside the tower and see like the jails, the from the 1200s. You know what I mean? It's crazy. You have to see the jewels from the crowns from what they wore in the 1200s.
Yeah,
It's just so there's ravens, like legit ravens, just hanging out. And it's just
yeah.
I'm like, oh my god. And then France was just insanely beautiful. The food, bar none, best I've ever had in my life. And
Best thing you
I,
ate. I want to know. Best thing you ate.
they have these beignets or whatever it may be. It's a croissant, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
With ham, cheese, and some cream inside. Phenomenal. And I'll tell you what, I ate as I pleased in France. So I said, I'm here now. I'll be back very soon because they want me back. But I said, I'm going to eat what I want to eat because I'm in France. I'm going to enjoy this because it's the best place in the world to eat food, right? Besides Italy.
You'll pay for it later.
Yeah, right. I lost weight eating things I should be gaining weight eating. That that is something I could not wrap my head around.
Your metabolism just said, you know what, we're finna go into business for ourselves and just go in reverse. That's
We're
what
in
that. That's what that.
France. Screw it, right?
Yeah, screw it. That's what it is. But yeah, man, wrestling wise, like, what was your
Okay, my
favorite
bad.
match?
Me and Big Morgan, or even me and SMS.
Mm-hmm.
SMS is one of their newer guys in France.
Yeah.
We had a really, really good match, phenomenal. And for someone like that new in the business, I was very, very impressed and very happy to see how good he was. Big Morgan, love that match. That match will be on YouTube very soon. I'll throw up highlights, I'm sure of that. That was very, very fun. Championship match. I also enjoyed probably the coolest moment was getting to wrestle during the Metal Festival because it's like we have these like wrestling fans and metal fans combining together in a
Mm-hmm.
stadium. It was such a cool moment for me, and I love metal music. You have all these bands from Germany, all over the world coming to this festival to just perform and play their music. Such a cool, so cool for me. You know what I mean? So I would say wrestling in the Helsinki Metal Festival was just special. Like how many people could say that in their career they got to wrestle in front of like a metal festival like that? You know what I mean?
Metal festivals, bikers, none of that. Like, it's very rare.
Yeah.
Very rare that you see that. So that's cool.
And then France was just, and then England. Obviously, England was great too. England had some really good wrestling as always. But you know, I think everyone knows how good England wrestling is. I want to highlight Finland and France. So, HTP Catch in France, phenomenal place. I'll be going back soon. And then Slam Wrestling in Finland was just chef's kiss. I'm very lucky, very blessed. And I had the best time. So yeah, I would say the best match I probably had was me and Big Morgan or me and SMS in France. But then I
Mm-hmm.
would say getting to wrestle in front of the Helsinki Meta Festival with all those fans there, and the aura, the new word everyone's using, right? I know the feeling, just the feeling, the
The
crowd, the
atmosphere.
action. Yes, the atmosphere
I
was
need them to
just
bring that word back instead of aura. Like, good lord, y'all beating that into the ground.
it's way better. It's way better. The atmosphere, and just how like these crowds appreciated wrestling. Right, everything we did, whether it's a wrist lock or like a takeover or a submission hold, they appreciated everything we did, and I love that.
I respect that about the UK because nowadays in the US it's what. You know, I'm like, all right, now y'all got to stop.
Mhm.
But before we get up out of here, what do you have coming up?
A lot. I'm going to Canada for NCG Wrestling in Ontario. I fly out to CWA in Puerto Rico Saturday. Next week, I'm wrestling Crowbar at Magic, which will be on
Hey,
IWTV. Very, very fun match. I can't wait for that one. Um, and then I'm going next month. I have a bunch of really cool stuff. Shows in Florida, Texas, Alabama again, and then I'm going to Puerto Rico again for WWC. And then November, I have a few things in the U.S. the first week, and then I'm going back to Europe to the Netherlands for Dutch Pro Wrestling, and then I'm going to Germany for some shows. It's a small little tour in Germany, and then to Romania. They're having a very big international show from Romanian Pro Wrestling, so that'll be very, very fun to do. And then yeah, that is my next few months. I have a
hey,
movie coming out, so that's something that be on the lookout for that. That announcement will be coming very soon, and there's so many really fun things and opportunities that are that are just waiting to happen. So I'm very, very blessed to be where I'm at,
this
and I'm
brother,
lucky to have everything happening.
this brother here, this brother here is a busybody. He's an energy drink person for real. Like his life is a big old burst of energy. But yo, man,
Literally,
I have to just say I appreciate you for kicking it with me this
thank you for
week.
having me.
Mistakes and all. That's the fun about these sit downs and talking ish with yours truly, because we just literally just be chopping it up and talking. Because you know how you said all these questions that I was doing, I had no notes in front of me. It's literally
See
just
that?
off the top of my dome, just because it's just like that's a connection that I try to create with the people who I bring on, because I don't want to just make it feel like I don't want it to come off as mechanic, if that makes
Mm-hmm.
sense. So it's like
Natural.
the natural. I want a natural conversation, and I love it. And then hopefully, as this show, any shows that I'm associated with, it evolves to the point where we can do these in person and just
Hell yeah.
have a full sit down. And honestly, I would love for you to in the future, not anytime soon, because you got a busy day, but like in the future, just to kick it with me and my boy Hi-Lite, my co-host. He's pretty much me and him on the same wavelength, as well
Love it.
as honestly, have you ever been on the Public Enemies podcast
Yes, with Graham.
with Graham? So it's like, yo, man. So I love the fact that everybody's getting to know you, the person, because
Thank you.
Vin Man, my guy, Vin Man
Vin Man.
is next up. Like, I would not be surprised if you get signed somewhere,
Thank you.
because, like, bro, stay like NXT, AEW, because I feel like you should be getting a call from them soon as possible. Like,
That means a lot
at
to me.
some point, they need to be calling you.
Thank you. Thank you.
But where can they find you? Follow you on social media before we get up out of here.
You got Vinny Pacifico on Instagram. You got Vinny Pacifico 1 on Twitter. Vinny Pacifico on Facebook. And I'll TikTok is Vinny Pacifico. I barely use it.
We
I'm
all
new to
do.
that. I'm not very good at technology, but I would say Twitter's the best one to follow me at, because that's where all my bookings go, my fun little weird quotes that I come up with, and my Halloween takes. So let's have fun.
Hey man, you already know. But yo, if you haven't already, make sure you guys follow him and follow the show, the podcast, yours truly. But yo, we appreciate you guys for rocking it with us here over on Talking Ish with the Gresh Unleashed podcast, and yours truly, Joshua Gresham. Man, with that being said, you guys stay safe, stay fit, and stay locked in on everything that you got going on. But also remember to always eat, sleep, flex, and repeat. We out, y'all. Be breezy.